What up, guys? It's your best friend Sarcasm, and today I have some domination gameplay on the map Mission using the AK-47 with the extended mags. I don't really want to go too in detail on the gameplay, but let me just give you guys a quick overview of what's going on. You notice in a few seconds I'm going to speed up the video for a little bit just because the beginning is kind of boring. So you guys don't really need to see that. Nothing really important happens. I'm just looking around for guys over in this area here because I keep hearing a guy and I can't seem to find him. So I'm just like, huh? Where is he? I can hear him, but I don't see him. I don't know. So I'm just like clueless trying to figure out where that guy is. But anyway, I'm using the AK-47 extended mags. This gun, to be honest, is kind of disappointing. In the other Call of Duties, I was a really big fan of the AK-47. I would say it was in my top favorite guns. It was one of my favorite guns anyway. And in this game, it's still an okay gun. It just is not. It doesn't feel the same. It has a really different feel to it. It's okay at close to medium range. It's still a really powerful weapon, especially if you can control the recoil. But at long ranges, you're really gonna have some trouble at winning gunfights, even with kick and all that, and even if you burst fire. But this game I was playing with two buddies of mine, and our strategy was pretty much to hold B and C and then just spawn trap them in A and keep them contained. That's pretty much what we did, and it worked out pretty well. It was pretty decent gameplay, I would say. But the main thing I want to talk about in this video is some pretty popular bad habits that people tend to pick up, and how to break the bad habits, how to get over them. And one habit I've noticed that a lot of people, a lot of people, pretty much almost everybody, probably even you listening to this video right now, you probably had this bad habit at one time, or maybe you still do. And what I'm talking about is constantly reloading. I know when I started playing Call of Duty, when I was new to the series in Call of Duty 4, I would reload after pretty much every single kill. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I would get a kill, score would pop up on the screen, cool, reload. Like, it was just out of habit. I would just do it without even putting any conscious thought into it. It would just happen. And that's really, really bad, because I noticed after a while, it took me a while to realize this, because I just kept doing it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, right? But no, it took me a while to realize that it was actually affecting my gameplay a lot, and it was really hurting me. So what you have to do when you have a problem like this, you have a bad habit that you developed, you have to make a conscious effort to break it. You can't just say, oh, I'll just keep playing and it will get better. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to consciously tell yourself, and you have to constantly be doing it, that you want to improve this thing, and you're gonna try your best to work on that and not do it anymore. So that's honestly, I would say, the number one bad habit that people tend to pick up when they're new to Call of Duty or any first-person shooter game in general. It doesn't really matter, but it really, in the long run, if you could get over it, then it'll really help you out a lot. Another thing that I tend to notice a lot of people do when they're kind of new, I never really had this problem, but I know that some people do, and that's sprinting like around corners and just sprinting whenever this guy can sprint just for the sake of it. This is something that is really important that you don't do, because when you sprint, say you sprint around a corner and there's a guy there, first of all, it takes about, I think, a quarter or a fifth of a second for your mind to respond and react to what's going on, what's actually happening. So this can be improved over time by just practicing. So if you play a lot of video games, then reaction timing is probably better than your average human being, but in general, it still takes some time for the mind to process what's going on and how to react to it. So you have that, and on top of that, the guy in the game takes time to stop sprinting and either bring up your iron sights if you're trying to aim in, or just bring the gun to the hip. So those two things together will really put you at a disadvantage that you don't want to have, and it would be really good if you could break these habits. It would help you out a lot. When you're trying to break these habits, when you're trying to break any bad habits, this doesn't have to be applied to only Call of Duty. I'm just using Call of Duty as an example just because that's what I'm talking about. That's what I do. I do Call of Duty videos. So I'm just using that as an example, but this could be applied to anything in your life, any bad habit that you have, whatever it is. I don't know, you bite your nails or something and is really bothering you and you want to change it. You could do it. You just have to consciously make an effort to change yourself. And when you have multiple bad habits, like say you reload after every kill and you sprint around corners, you don't want to try to fix everything at once, because you're gonna just end up confusing yourself and you're kind of gonna create more problems for yourself than you did fix. So when you have multiple kind of bad habits, you really want to focus on one thing at a time, and this will really help you out. I suggest making a list. I know it sounds stupid and kind of cheesy or whatever, but really, like, write down all your bad habits and then just go in order, list them in order, which one's the most important that you want to fix first, and just always be consciously working on that and trying to improve that one thing until you get that down, and then on to the next thing. But so the game's just about over. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. Hopefully this will encourage you to try to break any bad habits that you have, and hopefully this will help you do so. But yeah, leave me some feedback in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I'm always trying to develop and improve as a commentator. And so that's about it. Final score 38-5. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.